Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it very much. Today, I'm proud to announce the rollout of a project that has been in works for several months. And thank Director Romano for spearheading this effort. The Unsolved Crimes pages. Partnership with the public that we serve is essential to effective community policing. You rely on this agency to assist you in your time of need, and likewise, our agency relies on our community. This critical information, the information that we're going to give on these pages, is going to help us solve crime and make Jacksonville a safer place for all. Without our community engagement, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office would not be able to successfully fulfill its mission. The Unsolved Crimes page was born out of the realization that this agency could solicit public involvement in solving crimes. During investigations, officers often collect photographic and videographic evidence. Historically, if these investigations went cold and suspect identification could not be made, these photographs and videos would be placed in the property room and held as evidence. In the past, that is where the evidence would stay. It would stay in our property room and never be seen by the public. The Unsolved Crimes page will change that process and revolutionize the way that the public can help get justice for crime victims. Effective immediately, the Unsolved Crimes page is live on Crimes Tips page of the JSO website. Officers will upload photographs and videos gathered during investigations which the suspect has not yet been identified. Citizens can access this Unsolved Crimes page 24/7 and review these photographs and videos. If a citizen recognizes a suspect from photographs or videos associated with an unsolved crime, that person can send a tip to police with the touch of a button. The Unsolved Crimes page will not supplant First Coast Crime Stoppers. If a person wants to provide information still anonymously, they can do that. He or she can provide identifying information through our Crime Stoppers still, and our partnership still remains strong. The Unsolved Crimes page is a natural way that this agency can marry the use of technology and community policing to hold offenders accountable. Crime victims deserve justice. It is our hope that our engaged community will regularly access this page to help us solve crimes that in the past might not have had a high degree of solvability. To the public with whom we are charged to serve, you can make a real difference in the life of a person in our community who has been victimized by crime. And I encourage you all to go to this site and revisit it as often as you can, because it will be updated regularly and help us make Jacksonville a safer place for all. And I'm very pleased about this. Community policing it's multi-pronged approach, right? And we hear it all the time, but it's very, very important to know that part of community policing is our community being involved in helping us identify individuals that do things. And you can do it anonymously. You don't have to give your name. You don't have to do anything like that. Just if you see something, we say something. And that's all we're asking. And this is a big, big part for us. And I'll take any questions if you have any.
Can you describe what the difference is between what's going to be on that page and what you all would normally post, like on Facebook, to say if you're looking for this person, and what are the evidence, like what can you describe what would be in the evidence room that's now going to be on there? What are some examples?
Well, so this here, so we can't push out every picture on Facebook like immediately. So this gives the public an opportunity to go to it themselves, look over the website, and actually engage and write down a tip. If you have one, can you go to that slide and write down, type in the tip, type on it. If you know the individual, you can type that in and send it directly to us. Whereas Facebook, it does that, but it's just not it's not going to be, it's another tool to add in our toolbox. And this, instead of just pictures just sitting in a spot in a property room or something, this is out there for the public to pull up at any time and see.
Has this been done in other communities where you get this idea from? And if so, how have those other jurisdictions found this helpful?
So we're revolutionary in JSO, and Director Romano came up with the idea, and we've been working on getting it done. So you got to build it. You have to build the site. You have to do everything that's necessary. So I wanted to talk about this the other day, but we weren't quite ready to put it forward. We had to finish some things up. Now that we're doing that, that's it. I'm not quite sure about other agencies. I know that we're doing it, and I think it's going to be really good for us.
And can you talk about, will there be previous cases that still have not been solved, updated to this page, or does it start now with everything that comes after?
No, we're going to put everything that we can put on there, even if it's previous cases. to let people know who's out there and what we're looking for and what we're trying to find. You know, there's grand theft suspects, there's burglary suspects, there's all kinds of different things that are going to go on here, and I think it's going to be really, really good for us.
The Sheriff, will you keep the cold case spotlights that you do once a month on social media?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is just another way. Sometimes a lot more minor crimes, grand thefts, like I said, petty thefts, or you know, someone goes into a store and they steal a bunch of items, and we have a video, a picture of them. We'll put them on this site also.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Go ahead. She can ask one more. Go ahead.
Thank you. And in response, I just want to ask, when it comes to kind of the temperature and the tone of our community, when it comes to reporting tips, obviously they don't come in as fast or as soon as we would like, but
Right.
do you feel as though this is the way to achieve that and to try to change the tone of people speaking up about crimes in our neighborhoods?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you can, you know, have direct access where you can directly send that to us, because someone's going to monitor this and it's going to get sent to that individual. That individual is going to send the tips to the officers that are working the cases. So I think it helps in that aspect, and it also allows people to remain anonymous. Again, you don't have to tell us who you are. That's not what we're seeking. This is another major investigative tool for us to help us, you know, gather that support and let people know that, you know, we can't do this alone. And I've always said that, and it's not just a saying. We can't do this alone. It has to be done. It has to be a community-wide effort. You know, we work this job, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because that's our job. But public safety is a community's job. We have to work together to be able to do it. So we want to provide the tools that are necessary to make it even better and easier to be able to accomplish.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.